Hello and welcome to Nick Foley UK. Interesting one for you today, slightly different. I have here a covered keyboard and underneath it there's no secret really, there's a Hammond XK5, most expensive keyboard stand in the world. So today what I thought I'd do is I would explain what I've been up to recently. So you know that I've been reviewing a lot of different keyboards and synths and organs and bits and bobs, and it's all been tremendous fun. And I have to thank Fairdeal Music and Hammond UK and all the other people that provided me with these instruments to have a look at it. Without them, I couldn't give you the information that I give you. And on the whole, you love it. And I'm really grateful for that as well. So today, the question is, what keyboard did I buy? So I went through and I looked at all these keyboards over the last 12 months and I've made a purchase. And the purchase is under this little cloth. It's quite nice, isn't it? A bit of drama for you. So the question is, what did I buy? Let's take a look. Not so fast, not so fast, but we will. We'll take a look at that and it's going to be really interesting. I'll do some playing for you and it'll be a little less waffle than usual. Do some playing and let you have a look at this keyboard that I bought and make your own mind up on it. And I'll give you a bit of waffle at the end and explain what it is. I've also got a couple of good things to tell you at the end, so stick with me if you can, because that's going to be quite interesting. All that's left for me to do is to say, please like and subscribe. It makes a big difference to me. It helps with the algorithm, the thing that nobody wants to mention. And what that means is the more of you that watch this early, then this video gets shown to other people like you who may not be in that select group, right? And then we get a bigger select group and all goodness happens. So it's about me helping you as best I can with my limited talents. So enough of that. What did I get? What did I get? Any ideas? Have a quick pause. What did we do? We looked at all the Hammond stuff, didn't we? We looked at Nord stuff, Yamaha, YC. There was another Yamaha, I can't remember its name. Even more organs that we tried. We tried the Mojo, if you remember that. We tried the Roland VR stuff as well. The stacks we did, I've probably forgotten a few. But I went to the shop last week with a specific goal and I bought a specific keyboard that I wanted to get. Can you tell what it is? Well, let's go for it. Let's go for it, then we can crack on. How's that sound? Here we go. It was a little reface, and you can see the box was there just to wind you up. Did it work? Who knows, right? Who knows? Okay, so you've seen this before because I did a quick review of it, but only a quick review of it. As you know, a lot of my reviews are to save you from having to go up to the noisy keyboard shop, or usually a guitar shop with a keyboard concession in the corner, and try and play and stuff like that. So it's not an in-depth review, it really isn't. I can do those, and you know, if you want me to do those, then the place for that will be on my Patreon site, where you can buy me a cup of coffee if you really want to. Nick Foley UK there. So we'll have a go at this and see. So there's a couple of sounds particularly that I really liked from this, and I also like the size of it. So I'm a Hammond organ player. Here it is, my Hammond organ. I'm a little bit frisky with the Hammond organ, and I tend to rock it and it moves about and things, right? Which is all a little bit scary. I can't fit something really big onto the top here. There are some things, but I don't want it to be top heavy because there's a fair chance I'm going to have a £5,000 or £6,000 accident, and I don't want to do that on stage because I do get carried away. But I needed some pseudo strings, try and get away with some string sounds if I can, and a bit of a Moog sound for the live shows that we're doing. More on that later, plus another thing that I want to tell you about reviews as well. So I bought this reface. I know it makes a Moogy kind of sound, which I think would be quite good. I know that it comes with a delay and a distortion as well. Distortion is pretty amazing. But right now, I'm going to play you a sound that I've made, which was a bit of a shock to me. So let's have a look and see what you think. But I was surprised by this one. Blow me, what was that? Well, that was actually a song called This House by my band ATAC, and on a good day, Keith will allow me to play that in this video. So we got a bit, oh, what do you think? There's a passable string, is it? Go down an octave. I think that's really good. Don't forget the price point of these things, right? So in England, the RRP recommended retail price is £479. Shock horror for a little keyboard like that with massive fingers on tiny keys. But if you shop around and you do a price match online, you're going to get this for around the 300 mark, which makes that a solid bargain, I reckon. Now, you may know or you may not know, but there are a couple of these. There's a DX one. Not a DX1, but a DX version, which is like a digital synthesis thing. Yeah, DX7 makes sense. Yamaha, isn't it? After all, and there is a YC, which is an organ one as well. Not tried the organ one. I want to. I did speak to a chap when I was working for Hammond UK down in Milton Keynes, and he bought. It's a guy from London, and he's talking about getting in and out of gigs on the tube and stuff, and he was looking at a Leslie 21, which is a very, very smart move, and he had a little YC, and it was impressive. But more impressive still, this has got a little trick that I want to show you, because here you are with 1, 2, 3 octave. Not bad. I could get that sound, couldn't I? Remember what that is? Box of Chocolates, if you know what that is. A bit of an English band. Yeah. Not only does it have the 4 octaves, but this is an impressive thing. You'll see, hello, you'll see a little MIDI cable here. Well, the little MIDI as well. And it's my first foray into the micro-y kind of MIDI thing as well. And that cable's just massively too long. I have to look at that. But, oh look. So of course the Hammond can do it. Yeah, I know, Hammond can do everything, right? But the sound is there, and look. Man, that's fully featured because you've got the octave thing there, look, going on, right? So it's fully featured. I'm not doing anything clever yet on the Hammond, and I will. I'm going to have the top. I'm going to have on a preset, on a reverse key preset here, and I'm going to have the top playing the organ straight to the Leslie, the bottom half playing the organ straight to the Leslie, because I am quite rhythmical on the left hand, and that helps me with the timing. And then over here, God help me, it's going to be a synth, which will be really cool, really tasty, I think. Obviously there's a pitch bend if you want it. And on the filter here, you can change the filter to oscillate. It does change the sound a little bit, but it does allow you to do some oscillating and pitch bend, which we're going to come into in a big way in a moment. So I think that's pretty cool. What I haven't figured out yet, because I've only done about 2 seconds of it, is how to transpose. So when I play in two of my bands, I am in E flat. The whole thing is transposed down. I don't know about you. Do you want to relearn the semitone down? That's not happening in this lifetime. So I transpose down, but I notice it sends it in concert. So there might be a little button there to change the transposition so that the lower manual will also send it in flat. Otherwise, I don't know about you, but I'll be playing in flat on the Hammond and then in concert on that, and that could just make my head explode, right? So we'll have to see. Anyway, there's going to be a bit of an interval now. Enjoy yourself, knock yourself out, make a cup of coffee, because there are no presets here. So I'm now going to change this sound. beautiful sound. Wow. And it's because I've got the chorus on there, you see, instead. And, you know, a delay would be nice, or a reverb would be nice, but you got one or the other. You know, life's tough. Wear a helmet. So I'm now going to change this sound because I want to make it more into a Moog sound. I'm going to attempt to do it whilst not putting my head in the up. Hello, how are you? In the up camera, right, if I can help it. So we're going to go to mono. Of course we are. Did you enjoy the intermission? Not much of an intermission, was it? Just me messing about. But so what I did there was I changed the filter. It was on filter, which was giving a nice kind of TVF, if you're old school, you know, that kind of filter envelope sound. And I changed that to oscillator because that's going to be my modulation. There's no modulation wheel here, there's a pitch bend, okay? You may be familiar with cutoff and resonance. That's how kind of, what do you want to say, bright? Not quite it, but you know. And the resonance is how sort of, what's the resonance? It's like a clicky sort of over sound, isn't it? Okay. Attack, decay, sustain, release, envelope, and what have you. And I put that on to delay as well. Texture and modulation I'm going to come to, and I kept the same oscillator type because I think it's about right. But now, what do we have? Well, let's have a listen. Strikes interesting, isn't it? So the overlap. There's another oscillator type. Another one still. That's quite moogy, isn't it? Yeah. And there's this chaos button, Agent of Chaos oscillator. Doesn't sound too bad today. I need to talk to you about the word texture as well. Beautiful. And last one. It's quite tasty, isn't it? Back to the first one. This is what the texture button does. Almost gives the impression of a second oscillator. Bigger, isn't it? for those fans who love me playing an F, I'm not doing it. Just not doing it. It's a mad skills. Back to Polly. Well, what do you think of that? Now, 3 things to tell you. The first thing to tell you, I'm really pleased with this. I like the fact I can MIDI it, some more work to be done there. I could even, XK5 and XK3 people have got a big gap between the top and the lower manual. You could put that in, you can never see it again. Forget it. You won't be able to change any settings, but you can stick it in and just MIDI the damn thing. It'd be beautiful. Me, I could hide it under there, but I'm going to use possibly those 2 sounds in a tack. Question is, do I bring it over here as a fast willy jobby, or do I stick it in the middle for my chords? We'll find out, won't we? And the reason we'll find out is that I'm rehearsing in late May with the guys. They're all coming down to the Midlands of England, which is fantastic, and we're going to do a bit of work. And that work will culminate in playing in the UK and Wales at a venue called the Patriot in Crumlin in Newport on the 24th of May. So if you're in England, you want to have a chat to me, you want to hear the band, anything you like, you can do that within reason on the 24th of May in Crumlin. So come and say hello, make yourself known to me. I'd love to meet you. It's always fantastic when you meet people. Just generally, people are great, aren't they? The last thing I've got to tell you, for those of you that are stuck away to the end, I'm really pleased you have. Just a bit of information really on the next item for me to review. I picked up the Rap Rod the other day and I spoke to Viscount in Italy. And I know a few people have asked me if I will do this, and I have done it, guys. So thank you very much for everyone who asked me. And they are going to send me a Viscount Legend 73 with the inverse keys, 273 I think it's called, and their version of the spinny thing, right? Their version of the Leslie, which is fantastic. They're going to send it me over here for a couple of weeks, and I'm going to review it. I'll do an initial review, and then I'll try and do a longer term review. Don't think they'll let me gig it. I think that's probably a little bit unfair, getting out and gigging it. And I will let you know how I get on. So, bit of advance warning, that's coming in the next few weeks, hopefully. If there is anything you would like to know that I could possibly find out about that legend, Viscount Legend, then please let me know as soon as you can, and I'll build it into the video and the set of videos that I do for you. How's that sound? Cool, as far as you would say. So, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you've enjoyed this keyboard. I'm enjoying it immensely. It's got its own speakers. It's crazy. It's good for warming up as well. You know? Really nice for warming up. I think I'm going to take that to gigs and I can run it backstage for a bit and what have you, even if I'm not using that keyboard. Fantastic. So, job's a good one. Thank you so much for watching. It makes a big difference to me. I love watching, seeing the reviews and seeing the conversations. It's all about conversation. And my particular joy is hooking people up. So if people need to speak to other people or they need information, and I'm all about giving that. Whatever I've got, you can have. We know that, don't we? So I'll see you on the flip side. Enjoy yourself and have a nice week. Thank you. What's on my glasses? Oh, yeah. Rolling.